everyone, and welcome again to our OneSource tax provision functionality series. We are going to talk about setting up a filing group in this session. So just hopping into our tax provision. In our automation series, we talk about actually the impact that filing groups have on various things. But in this session, we will talk about how to go about setting it up and what it is. So a filing group is typically used more so, I would say, in consolidated filings, where the understanding is that you've got a parent company or a main filer that is responsible for filing the return in that particular jurisdiction. So you want to take advantage of a couple of things. Let's say you've got NOLs, the NOLs reside at the parent, but you want to offset your income and your losses, etc., as a net number, and have that automation happen at the parent and consider all of the underlying children in the calculation. How do you go about doing that? Also, it's a way to handle things in the payables as well, because once you have a filing group, the payable or receivable will now only take place on the parent entity, and you will not see individual receivables or payables done at the children. And this will kind of just take away the step of having to move balances. If you've got tax sharing agreements, let's say, and the parent pays everything, why do you want everything coming into your receivable payable and then having to move them? Remember, a great benefit of using OneSource tax provision as a software is to build efficiency into your process and to kind of get rid of extraneous steps and workarounds. So we want to try to use a functionality where possible. So I'm going into my Manage Unit screen, and when you activate a unit, right now I think it's 8 units activated. The default for each of these units is that they are self-filing. They are their own filer. So I am going to go into a couple of these, and I am going to change who their filer is. I'm going to go into Properties. And within Properties, you can see that this first unit is listed as being their own filer. So I am going to pick Dunder Mifflin as the filer, and I'm going to save it. Okay, now, if you notice, one of the things that pops up is the minute I say I am not my own filing unit, you will get a note that says that automation will be unavailable when changing to a different filing unit. So what this is telling me is that I cannot automate NOLs or valuation allowances on my own. If I go back out and jump into Other, which is where I have my like NOL automation, you'll see this screen is now grayed out. It tells me that I have to specify automation at the parent filing unit. I cannot do it down at this legal entity. Okay, so just there, I've got a filing group of 2. So let me see if I have my my NOL automated at unit. No, I don't. So this one will allow me to do it because it is the parent filer. So I'll go ahead and put my 0.8% in, and that is that. So I have a filing group of 2 at this point in time. If I go into my reporting area and go into my reporting levels, you probably not take a note of this tab that says filing unit. Now that I have created the filing unit, it shows up, and it's going to show up with the parent filer name. Once I select that, I can run my reports like I normally do. I'm going to run the tax provision report. I can do a breakout by unit, and I'll be able to see all of the units that are making up this particular filing group at the moment. Okay, there you go. So you will be able to run any of your reports at the filing group level, all the way down to your journal entry. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and now you know how to set up a filing group. See you on another episode.